Ancestors, we are so grateful for today and for this moment that we are in right now. And we ask you to help us feel grateful and excited for the moment we are in right now, whatever situation we are in, knowing that it's bringing us closer down our sacred path and where we want to go. Ancestors, we ask that you help us open our minds so that we can turn on our magic all the way, so that we may celebrate ourselves, so that we may uplift ourselves and love ourselves for who we are as we are alone and as we are with the ancestors surrounding us. Ancestors, we ask you to help us focus our energy on this path we walk down, even as we struggle with so many external worries, and help us to rejuvenate ourselves and our spirits to overcome everything that comes towards us in this rest of this year. Ashe. So it is. Welcome to the Sankofa Ancestor Shrine. I did miss last Monday, and I do apologize for that. I had so many things going on. First, it was like my birthday, then I made myself sick. Then I was doing this grandmother quilt for a grandmother exhibition, which was due by midnight the 31st. I barely finished in time. I still feel as though I could have done something else on the countertop over here, and maybe I will add something, who knows. But I was able to turn it in, and I also wanted to do a video with you all before tomorrow comes. So today we have very quick and simple. We just did our prayer. We're about to do a little bit of sacred movement to I open my heart to enter. And this is just going to be intuitive movement. And then we will round off with some honey drawing and get some wisdom from this book. So it'll be a very simple session. And then tomorrow we will have our new Ancestor Monday session, as well as our ancestor messages for the horoscopes for the month of August. So feel free to, get yourself prepared. For sacred movement today, have my Mott's wings, my gold ones, already on. So let me go turn on the music and we can get that part started. Open my heart to enter and life is going to be. What my life is going to be. I open my heart to enter, and I won't turn back. I will go, I shall go. I will go, I shall go. I will go, I shall go. To see what my life is going to be. To see what my life is going to be. To see what my life is going to be. To see what my life. To see what my life's gonna be. Yes. To see what. Show me and to show me and to show me. To see what. Yes. To see what my life. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? To see what my life. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? To see what my life. What my life is gonna be. To see what my life is going to be. To see what my life is going to be. To see what my life is going to be. Oh my goodness. So yes, some intuitive movement. We don't do it as often as I would like, but we do sacred movement together. Let me open this up. Get myself some fresh air. Let me see. So far we've been lucky. My twins haven't bothered us. And we can get started on Miss Tonya K. Friedman's book. That ear isn't as cool as I thought it was going to be. All right. So we have here, let me see if yes, I do. If you have this book, we're on page 20 and 21. This is a really wonderful book for really reaching deep, making yourself consider things that you don't normally consider, or maybe even you struggle to consider. I really appreciate the little honey drops of knowledge and wisdom in this little book, and I'll leave the link below if you want to purchase it and support Tonya as well. Here she is on the back. And I believe she also has a YouTube channel, so I'll probably be able to post that below as well. My goodness, I tried not to do too much because I was like, oh, we're live. So, you don't want to get out of breath, but I'm bound to get out of breath regardless. So here we go. This first one on page 20 has a snail, and it says, sometimes it seems as if you will never arrive. Be persistent and patient with joy in your heart and eyes on the prize. Slow and steady is the pace. It's not what everyone wants to hear, is it? You want it, and you want it now. You want results. You want things to happen. You want to put in the effort for that crazy, awesome idea you have and to see the fruits of that. I mean, not maybe tomorrow, but next week would be great, or next month at the latest. However, we do have to remember that there is time to build on things. The best of things have a very sturdy foundation, and sturdy foundations don't just pop up out of nowhere. They have to be created, leveled, all of that stuff. So some of the thoughts I had on this one was that of course, life can seem hopeless because so much of it is beyond our control. For example, we have the coronavirus, we have medical racism, we have a president who doesn't want to help us, a federal government who doesn't want to help us. These are all things that are outside of our control and will start to make us feel very helpless. However, there are things that are within our control. It's within our control to proactively sign up for programs. It's within our control to talk to the ancestors. It's within our control to maintain relationships with other people in the community and to say when we need help or to offer help to others when we can, so that we can keep the reciprocity going within the community. Um, but we have to also remember that there is very much a balance between that yearning for the future, that yearning for the goals that we have so far in front of us, as well as enjoying what's happening right now, finding ways to find the joy in what's happening right now. So there is the comfort of the now as well as the ambition of the future. And finding that balance is really important, especially in times like now where there's just a lot of chaos going on within the community, the country, the global society, the world. So finding those ways to still enjoy yourself now, still maintain that hope, and understanding that the perseverance of what you're doing now does build the foundation for what you're going to be doing in the future is really important. And I think also what she's trying to say here, I also believe that she's trying here to also remind us not to rush, not to feel so pressured, maybe by other people, maybe by, sometimes it's the situation you're in that makes you feel like you should skip important steps. And then sometimes it's seeing other people so far ahead of you, presumably. But remember that, what other people, when you see somebody like half your age or whatever who's accomplished this great accomplishment, you always do have to put it in perspective. That's what that person's been working on. They haven't really worked on all the other thousands of things that you've been working on in your life towards your different goals. So, keeping in mind that your story is just so much different. And if you skip steps that are very important, you're setting yourself up to not have that solid foundation for when things do it. You can't take the opportunities because you were so impatient in the beginning and you were so scared to let things build naturally and to trust yourself and to trust your journey. Finally, my notes on this one said, joy in your heart is a combination of gratitude and love for the world. So it can be really hard. She says, be persistent and patient with joy in your heart while your eyes are on the prize. That can be very difficult because first you have the prize tantalizing you. Second, you have all these situations which are forcing you to be patient for the prize that you've got your eye on. And then you're also trying to be persistent, trying to upkeep, trying to put in all the energy. So the joy doesn't feel always as though it comes very naturally. In fact, it often is just frustration and sheer flinging and fighting towards your goals and your desires. But in reality, there is still room to have that gratitude and to have that love and to really enjoy and respect the things that are going on around you, the world that is around you while you're going on this journey. So the next page of the book that I wanted to go on was page 21. And I just did bibliomancy to open to this page. Just happened to be a page I had never read before in this book. So I thought it was very interesting and wanted to share. This one is very simple. She wrote, celebrate the best version of yourself. And so I thought this was a hard one at first because I was like, shouldn't I just celebrate myself? But I do think that finding those ways to really honor yourself and see the best in yourself is actually really important. It's not just about accepting yourself as you are, but also respecting and uplifting those better parts of yourself and putting in that good word for yourself to yourself. So yes, take time to celebrate yourself, your character, your body, your mind. There are so many wonderful things about you and so many things that you put all of your effort into. And, often we just don't appreciate it for all it is. It's not just about appreciating our our flaws, but also about appreciating our strengths, those things that we've been working on that maybe necessarily weren't strengths before, but they are now. Celebrate those things, uplift those things. Think about how you can use those skills in new ways. Sometimes we uplift ourselves, but our mindset is still back in how we used to use our old tools. So, recalibrating yourself and figuring out how you can change what you're doing to match the person that you've become is also just crucially important. It's also a wonderful reminder to not wait for others to be uplifting your achievements, or to not maintain your silence just because others aren't uplifting your achievements. Finding those ways to celebrate yourself unabashedly, celebrating the best versions of yourself, your skills, those, and also investing into those is another way of celebrating, right? Other people may not believe in your skills, but if you do, and if you know that this is one of the best things about you, don't be ashamed. Time, effort, sometimes even money or other material goods into yourself, into your skills, into your beliefs. Um, and then also, I wrote, celebrate who you are because of your own actions, because of your parents, because of your ancestors, because of your thought process. There's just so many wonderful things that you can be celebrating about yourself. And so sometimes it can be hard to, celebrate what's really within you. Sometimes it's hard to see what's without of you to celebrate that has to do with you. You can't really sever it. So I think finding those ways to really celebrate the spiritual aspects of yourself, the physical aspects, the mental, the emotional. Some things are easier for people than others, right? Some people have no issue looking in the mirror and loving what they see physically. Other people, it's one of the biggest struggles they have all day. They don't even want to look in the mirror. Some people, the relationship with their ancestors is the simplest thing that they ever do have. And other people, it's the greatest struggle. They just feel dumb when they pray. So finding those things that are your strengths, and then also by default, you can find those things that are your weakness, still celebrate them, and find the ways to continue to strengthen all of those little things about yourself as you grow and you're walking on your sacred path. All right, so I didn't want this one to be too long. I did miss last Monday, so I wanted us to have some kind of get together. I'm still kind of sweating from that sacred movement at the beginning of this, but I'll get over it, and we will have another session tomorrow, most likely, unless my tablet does anything weird, my app does anything weird. The video should be up tomorrow, and we will be back on schedule along with the ancestor message for each of the signs. That should also be going up tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. May your ancestors and spirit guides be with you at every crossroads, and I will see you next time we get together here at the Sankofa Ancestor Shrine.